it is my honor to introduce to you our new Director of Athletics, Ed McLaughlin.
Well, tell us where you're from and kind of give us a background, growing up, where you grew up, and how you ended up at Boston College.
I grew up right outside the Boston area, a town called Natick, Massachusetts. A wonderful place. We lived in the same neighborhood as the Fluties, which was fun, especially during that time when I was, 5th, 6th, 7th grade, where he was winning the Heisman Trophy. It was exciting. But I knew from when I was a little kid I wanted to go to Boston College, and it was certainly a place that I fell in love with early on, and there was never any doubt. My parents would have rather I had gone somewhere else, a little farther away, but not too far. But I loved BC the second I stepped on a foot on campus, and it was a love of mine. It's been a love of mine since then.
What were some of the influences that led you on the athletic administrator track as opposed to trying to be the next Peter Gammons?
Well, I thought when I was at Boston College, I thought I was going to be the beat writer for the Red Sox, and then I realized being involved with college athletics how wonderful it is, and being around the student athletes and the coaches. I learned so much from those folks. I knew then I wanted to be an AD. It wasn't even close. I did flirt with the idea of being a sports writer. I realized how hard it was to be a good writer, and I value those who are good writers. Appreciate that, but I know how hard it is. But I really fell in love with athletics.
So then it's Niagara and your first athletic director's job. Was it everything you thought it would be when you got there? I mean, you're someone that wanted to be an AD sitting there at BC,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden now you are one at a good-sized school with a great program. And
yeah.
What was that like? Your first few days and months and years on the job, having that position?
It was overwhelming at first, and you think you're ready for anything, and it's like head coach. When you go from being assistant to a head coach, it's like anything, going from the number 2 person to the top person. It's a lot more overwhelming than you think it's going to be, and you spend a lot of time early just listening and trying to learn and trying to figure things out and manage your time and realize that your time is no longer your time. It's because you have to be an expert in every little thing that department does. I certainly learned in that period of time how important it was for me to be the best listener I could be. And not offer my opinion first, but see what everyone else has to say and then dive into it. But it was great, and it was a wonderful place for me to learn. It was a wonderful place for me to get some experiences. It was a wonderful place for me to realize that no AD job comes with an owner's manual.
Right.
You'd like to think it does.
Right.
You like to think this is how simple it's how it's going to be. When I was an assistant AD, I was wondered all day what the AD did, and then when I became an AD, I was wondering what the assistants were doing all day. So it's amazing how quickly it flips. But it gave me the chance to learn. It gave me a chance to realize how important it is to have an administration that supports you. If you don't have a good president, certainly like we have here at VCU, if you don't have a good president, you're not going to go anywhere. And I was fortunate enough to have a wonderful president in Niagara, and I'm certainly looking forward to working with Dr. Rao here because he's someone who really understands the value of athletics.
From the periphery, what did you think of VCU athletics when you were entrenched there in Niagara?
I certainly thought it was a program that had grown a lot. And then in what Coach Capel was able to do, what Coach Grant was able to do, and now what Coach Smart's been able to do has really been incredible in terms of that one sport. But I looked at it and I thought, wow, that's a school that's come a long way. It's an institution that's come a long way. And then I started doing some research at it once this opportunity came up, and it blew me away. The trajectory for success has been incredible. But I had never really understood how special of a place it was until I kind of dove in a little bit. And it's exceeded all of my expectations so far.
All summer long, people say, gosh, you have so much momentum. VCU really seems to be on that upward trajectory. We just hope it stays with the new person that they hire. And how do you envision that staying? How are you going to come in and try to keep that momentum going? Is there anything specific, or what's your mindset to keep this train going at that speed?
Well, I think certainly we have to be able to get out and talk to people and listen to people as well, and get out and talk with folks and bring more people in. I'm not 100% sure that we've reached all the folks we can reach. And it's my job to take the success that's been built already and now keep going and give our folks the resources they need to achieve even higher. The Atlantic 10 thing's wonderful. It really is. It's a brilliant move, and it's going to be a wonderful move for this university. But we have to make sure we give our coaches and student athletes the resources to not only succeed in the Atlantic 10, but to win championships. None of us come here just to finish 5th.
Right.
We want to try to win. And you're not going to win every single time, but we want to win championships, and we want to be the best program the Atlantic 10 has amongst a group of programs that are really, really wonderful. They stand for the right things. They've been incredibly successful nationally. So we're excited for that. But I think it is talking about that and talking about with our folks, where we think we can be. I look at it, we've gone this way, but we've probably only been here so far, and there's a little more to go. And the ability to be nationally known as the place to be is where I think we can be.
The last couple of weeks when the opportunity looked like it might be there, what was going on in your mind and how fired up you are to be here in Richmond?
Well, it was so exciting, and to be part of, when I first got the call about the first interview, it was exciting, and then when I got the call to come back to campus, it was even more exciting because I thought to myself, well, I can really dive in and see what the place is like. I'm really excited about being here because it's not a reclamation project. There's so many good things that are in place. There's so many good people that are in place that I looked at it and said, well, this is a place that has still some more upside. I'm not one of those people who said, well, look at all that success and I don't know if I can do that. I look at it and say, wow, there's even more we can do. But I don't have to rebuild it, which is very, very nice. I mean, a lot of folks come into jobs that they have to rebuild and it takes time to rebuild. We have a wonderful group in place here, whether it's staff, coaches, administrators, student athletes, the university administration. We have a wonderful group of people in place who want to succeed and who have a vision that it's not just about being good, it's about being special.